Hello, hello, hello. How are you guys doing this evening? Merry Christmas Eve. Well, you're watching this on Christmas. So, Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. It is currently 3:41 a.m. on this rainy, warm Christmas Eve going into Christmas Day. It is 60 degrees outside, and I am exhausted, you guys. I'm really, really tired. I don't know how long I'm gonna vlog. I'm gonna open my Diet Coke. I brought my Peanuts cup with me for Christmas, my Peanuts Christmas cup, and a Diet Coke. And I have eaten way too much tonight, and I'm full. I am tired. And so I don't know how long I'm gonna vlog. I know every time I say that, people like go to see how long the vlog is. So I don't know, 46 minutes, 36 minutes. I don't know, this might be just a half an hour tonight. I have no idea how long I'm gonna, I guess just until I'm out of things to talk about, maybe, I don't know. Anyway, we'll see, we'll see. I had, as I say, I had such a magically amazing, Christmas Eve. It was just such, did I say New Year's Eve earlier? I meant to say Christmas Eve. I don't need to rush things. I had such a great Christmas Eve today. Alex and I slept in. I stayed up way too late last night, you guys. I watched, well, first I started watching Christmas Comes to Willow Creek, and I got about halfway through that. That's on YouTube. It's with the two guys that were in the Dukes of Hazzard back in the day. And then I started watching, I was like, you know, like I want to watch this, but like there's other things I want to watch. So I started watching the Christmas Chronicles too, because last year I watched the Christmas Chronicles. I think it's with Chris Christopherson. Why can't I think of that guy's name? Oh, Kurt Russell. Is it Kurt Russell and Goldie Hawn? I think it is. And they play like Santa Claus and Mrs. Claus. She was only in the very end of it, I think, the first one. So anyway, I started watching Christmas Chronicles 2 last night. It's really cute, you guys. I mean, it's a really good Christmas movie. I'm glad I started it. I want to finish it tonight, but it's kind of late at this point, so I might finish it tomorrow. We'll see. Yeah, so we slept in today. I finally got out of bed. Like, we just kind of hung out in bed for a little while. And then at like 12:31, we like got up and got out of bed and started getting dressed and all that kind of stuff. And I started uploading the vlog, which I was going to do last night, but I didn't. So, because it was like too late by the time I got around to it. So, I was just tired. I was like, I just want to go to bed. So, well, I was going to start rendering it last night and then upload it today, but it was fine. I got it up and done in time. So I started doing that. I rendered it, and then we left because I wanted to go to Costco to get some mac and cheese for tonight, because I didn't know, like, how much, like, Alex's mom was cooking all this food for the four of us, but I didn't know, like, how much was going to be things that I could eat, because I knew she was making turkey and stuff like that. They do turkey very different, though. They, like, she made a turkey and then she cuts it up into a bunch of little pieces. And so, and then they were doing ayakas, which is like this, I don't really know how to explain it. It almost kind of looks like Italian food a little bit. It's like this, like, thing that's like wrapped and has like meat in the middle of it, like pork or something, and onions, and then they wrap it in a leaf and they cook it, or they boil it on the, I think, on the stove. And it's like wrapped in a leaf, like an olive leaf or something, and then they tie it with string. Alex loves it. And it's like a Christmas tradition, like, that they have. So, like, you know how, like, here we have, like, turkey and ham and stuff, like, that's what they eat. So, I didn't know. So, I went to Costco to get a macaroni and cheese, and we ended up getting a couple other things. And then we went to the post office, of which, you guys, I had so many packages at the post office. You guys are so sweet to send me stuff. I haven't opened any of it. I'm going to save it till the day after Christmas. But I literally had like 10 boxes, and I had already received some other stuff. So I have it all waiting to open on the 26th, and I will record myself showing everything that I got. I'll probably post that on my Peter Does Stuff channel. And I just like went, I think it was yesterday, to the post office, and I had like 10 more cards today, which was like so sweet. And then Alex had to mail some stuff out to his brother Fufu and his girlfriend Jessie, like our Christmas presents to them. So then we went to the grocery store and we ended up spending like $150 on all kinds of stuff to have around the house this weekend, and stuff to take to his mom's house. Oh my God, we got these stuffed olives. Like, I'm obsessed with these like stuffed olives, and they are so good, you guys. And Alex and I, all night long, we were eating these feta cheese stuffed olives. They were so good. So, and then we came back to the house, and Alex was like finishing up some stuff around the house, like some wrapping and stuff, and I wanted to make sure that I got all of the Christmas cameos done in time so that people could have them for Christmas presents. So I went through and I finished all of the Christmas cameos. I had quite a few, and I think I still had like 12 that I had, 12, 13, 14 that I had to do. I think maybe 12. So I sat down and just got those done, and then lit a bunch of candles while I was doing that. Had Polar Express on in the background. So I watched Polar Express today, and played Christmas music, lit candles, had the Christmas trees, lit, and it was so pretty in the house today. And the dogs were just kind of relaxing and stuff. It was just real Christmassy at our house. And then after that, Alex went upstairs so I could wrap the rest of his Christmas presents. And then we took showers and got ready to go to his mom's house. And then we were supposed to go over there at 6:45, but we ended up, she called and asked us to come over at 7:30, which was fine for me because then I got to relax a little bit. So we went over to his mom's house. And it was Alex and myself and his mom and his cousin Maya. And then his friend came over later because most of her family was out of town. So she went to some of her families and she went to church, and then she came over to Alex's mom's, and we played a bunch of games like Cover Your Assets, which is it's like a fun game, card game. It's kind of like Uno a little bit, kind of. Not really, but kind of. And then we played Cards Against Humanity at the end. We had such a good time. And Alex's mom made turkey, ayakas. She had hummus. We took a bunch of hummus, and we took a bunch of cheese and pup cheese, and what else did we take? Hummus, olives, pup cheese. I took this like lemon bread loaf thing over there. Diet Coke, all kinds of stuff. And then his mom made macaroni and cheese, so we didn't even make our macaroni and cheese. Alex is like, do you want to just save it? And I was like, yeah, let's just save it. We can maybe make it on Sunday or something. So we saved that. And we just had a really good time. It was so fun. It was just so laid back and chill. And I wore jeans and a t-shirt over there, but like I brought pajama pants. I had actually bought an Abercrombie at the outlet mall. And Alex wore like a plaid onesie over there, and Maya and Alex's mom both had like pajamas on that they had bought at Old Navy, matching pajamas. They had gone to this like Christmas thing in Carmel that they had wanted to go to last night, and they had taken all these pictures there today that were really cute pictures. So anyway, yeah, it was fun. Alex's friend came over about 12 after she had been with her, well, maybe it wasn't that late, maybe like 11, after she had been with her friends, or been with her family and gone to church and stuff. We stayed there till like 2:45. We literally like came home, I brought in our bags, and then like Alex was taking the dogs out and trying to get Boo to eat the rest of his dinner. And then he was going upstairs to go to bed, and I was vlogging, or I came out to vlog. Gave Alex's mom her Christmas present. We gave her a couple Christmas presents. We got her watch. We got her and Maya both these Nixon watches. Maya had a gold one already, so that's how we kind of knew she liked them. So we got her a black one, and then his mom got a gold one, and then we also like all pitched in and got her a dishwasher, a really nice dishwasher, because she had one in one for a while. Her dishwasher doesn't work, so she's been hinting that she needed a dishwasher. She started crying, you guys. It was so cute. She was like, oh my god, and we FaceTimed Fufu and Jessie, and she was like so thankful, and because we like all the kids pitched in and got her this dishwasher, so she was really excited about that. And like they're gonna come out and install it and take the other one out, and it's like a really nice dishwasher for her, so she'll really like it. So anyway, she was super excited about that. It was funny because Alex got like a thing of dishwashing detergent. Okay, so this is how we kind of tricked her. Well, first of all, she kept on hinting at it, and we just didn't say anything. And so we would be like, that's like a really nice Christmas present. Like, you want a dishwasher, right? Like, so anyway, so I had told her that I was, because she had like this really small trash can in her kitchen, and I always am like, I'm gonna buy you a trash can for Christmas. And so I had bought her this, and every time I say it, she's like, I need a dishwasher, is what she says. And so I bought her this like 13-gallon trash can for the kitchen, you know. It's like a really nice one that you can, everything's really nice. I keep on saying everything's really nice. Anyway, and I bought her like a big container of trash bags, and then 2 like smaller containers, so that like they were all different, kind of like one's scented, one's like stretchier. So I bought her like 160 bags total in this trash can. So at the beginning, like when we were bringing in the presents, I bought it in and had this big silver bow on it, and so she thought that was like her present, I think, was like this trash can, and like something like some of these smaller gifts that we had brought her. And so then Alex was like, okay, here's your gift. And she opened it, and it was a container of like Cascade dishwashing detergent. And she's like, I don't get it. She's like, I don't have a dishwasher. My dishwasher doesn't work. And then I said, turn it over. And it was like taped to the back, the picture of the dishwasher. And she started crying. She's like, oh my God. She was so excited because she didn't expect it at all. So she was really excited about it. It was really fun. And isn't that what Christmas is about, I think, to make, you know, have people have a good time. So it was really fun. I just was getting really tired at the end. I was like, we have been sitting there. We played so many rounds of Cover Your Assets. And then we played a bunch of rounds of Cards Against Humanity. It was just really fun. And, but I was like starting to crash, and I was like, okay, I said, we have to go pretty soon because I still want to vlog tonight. And Alex was like, oh yeah, I forgot. So, we finally left. I was just like, also like, I can't stay, because we could have literally just stayed there till like 5 o'clock in the morning, and I was like, I'm gonna be exhausted tomorrow, and we have to be at Caroline's. So tomorrow, I didn't think that Maya was coming with us because she was going over to her friend's house, but she's just going over there to help him like set up, and then she's gonna come back. And so she's going with us tomorrow to my cousin Caroline's house. So that'll be fun. So Alex's mom and Maya are both going with us tomorrow to Caroline's, which will be a really good time. And that'll be like a traditional like sit down Christmas dinner and everything like that, like a, you know, here or whatever. And Maya's never met any of them, so she'll have a good time with that. And yeah, it'll be fun. I'm really excited. Then Alex and I will get up tomorrow morning and we'll unwrap presents. And I got a Sweetheart coffee cake. It's called Sweetheart Coffee Cake. I put a picture of it on my Instagram story today, but went to the grocery store and they had Sweetheart rolls. If you want to get it and you have a Kroger is like the brand, or is the store. I don't love Kroger, but that was the reason why we went there, was to get the Sweetheart roll, because I knew they had it at Kroger. But Kroger has it in like the deli section, the Roslyn bakery stuff. And I don't think it's just in Indiana. I think it's all over that they have it now. But anyway, so I got the Sweetheart roll for tomorrow morning, and we'll have that. and then open presents and have coffee, and it'll be real fun. And then we'll get ready and go over to Caroline's. We're supposed to be there at 4, so we're gonna pick up Alex's mom and Maya at like 3:40, 3:45, and then they live real close. So I have to start getting ready about 3 tomorrow, which that'll be fine. I'm not gonna make any videos tomorrow, so I posted a rant video today, and I posted a video on my Peter Does Stuff channel, and I did the vlog, and then I'm just gonna take tomorrow off and not do any videos, and except for I will vlog tomorrow night. So of course, why wouldn't I vlog? I vlog every night. And Alex gave me one of my presents tonight, and it was this beautiful tartan red plaid like robe for like when I get up in the morning or the bath or whatever. It's beautiful, you guys. I love it. And then I gave him one of his presents too, which was a sweatshirt. It was like a Rufus Du Sol sweatshirt, because we both love Rufus Du Sol, but Alex like really loves Rufus Du Sol. And I thought that's what I was giving him, and instead I gave him, we had been at that Newfields Christmas lights, and when we were leaving, there was this guy that was walking away, and he was like, he had a Sherpa coat on, like zip-up coat, and Alex goes, that guy's Sherpa coat is really cute, and had like, it was like cream colored, and it had like a blue pocket on it, and I looked like real close, and it was Patagonia, and so when I came home, I just ordered the coat like right then. And so by accident, I thought that was the hoodie, and I wouldn't have given him like I wouldn't have given him the Patagonia coat, because like that was one of the nicer gifts that I'm giving him. And so he opened, I was like, oh my god, I gave you the wrong gift. But he wore it tonight. Even though it's so warm outside, the coat looks really, really cute. It's just a really super cute coat. Like, I would love to wear that coat. So anyway, yeah, so he wore that, and we exchanged those. And then tonight when we were coming home, he's like, do you want to exchange presents right now? And we always exchange presents on Christmas morning, and I'm like, no. And it was so funny because Maya and Alex's mom were getting so tired. And we were playing games and stuff, and you could tell like they were about to fall asleep because they had been up like all day doing stuff. And I was like, do you guys want to open presents now? But they have to open presents at midnight. Like, that's the way that they do it in their family. So yeah, it was just a really fantastic Christmas Eve, and it was like everything that I wanted. I watched watched A Christmas Carol. I watched the Jim Carrey version of that as well. We were getting ready and stuff, and I feel like I watched more. I know it was so stupid last night on the vlog when I was like, I just kind of realized I'm not going to get to see all the Christmas movies I wanted to see, but I just wanted to make this year as Christmassy as possible, and I feel like I saw like all the Christmas movies that I wanted to see. I listened to Christmas music for the whole season. I decorated. I got both my trees up, did my front porch, have lit the candles numerous times, you know, got all my Christmas cameos done, and even picked the winners today of the Christmas Cozy contest on the Vloggerinos and posted that over there. And it's just been it's been a really good Christmas season, and I feel like, I mean, there's a couple things that I wish I would have done. There's some like lights here in Indianapolis. I wish I would have gone to that thing in Carmel, the Christmas, they have like a Christmas festival fair. It's not a festival. They have like a Christmas fair that's like ongoing. It's like modeled after like a German Christmas town kind of thing. And they have it every year. And I think there's ice skating, but maybe not. But like they have Santa there, and they have hot chocolate and all kinds of little craft booths and stuff like that. And tons of lights. And I've wanted to go. It's been there for the last, I don't know, 5 or 6 years or something like that. And I've wanted to go every year. That's where they took pictures today. And for some reason we just don't go. And, or we haven't gone. And the other thing is, I would have liked to have driven through the state fair because they have a bunch of lights set up there. And I would have also liked to have gone to Conner Prairie and seen those lights. But other than that, and the Conner Prairie lights, like Tanya and I used to drive through the John Deere place for free and look at those. But other than that, like I've had just a really awesome Christmas season, like magically amazing Christmas season. I have, like, I've listened to some Christmas books, not tons, but enough. And, yeah, I feel like You know, it's really for me about, like, I want to enjoy every part of my life and get excited about it. So when it's like summer, like, I want to do all the things that summer brings, you know, like the book says. I love that book by, is it something Lowe? Alice Lowe. I like the things that summer brings. It brings to this, it brings to that. Anyway, but you know what I mean? Like, I want to go swimming, and I want to do this, and I want to, you know, hang out with my friends, and I want to take drives at night, you know, and in the country, and listen to, you know, music with the windows down, and have picnics, which we never do, and, you know, whatever, just, you know, make iced tea and sit on the front porch, or drink lemonade, and, you know, when it's Christmas, I want to do, like, all these Christmas things, and so I really feel like this last year, I have really taken advantage of, like, every, like, Halloween, Christmas, summer, like, everything, and it's just, I've really enjoyed it. Like, it's really forced me to live more into the present. It's really forced me to live more in the present and enjoy, like, what I'm doing right now, than being like, oh, I can't wait till summer. I mean, and don't get me wrong, I can't wait till summer. I can't wait till the pool opens. Somebody messaged me the other day, or tweeted it to me or something, and they said that only so many, they said how many days it was, and they said only so many more days till the pool opens. I was like, oh God, I cannot wait till the pool opens. But you know, I kind of can wait till the pool opens too. I mean, we have some fun things. We're going to Florida in March, and that'll be here before we know it. And I mean, we'll have some snowy weather between now and then, when, you know, it gets kind of like crazy, and stay inside and, you know, light candles and be warm and all that kind of stuff. So we've got New Year's next week, which will be fun. And, you know, it's been a really good year. It's been a really, really good year. And I think, if anything, like, one of the things I want to do going into next year is just even enjoy it more if I possibly can, you know, each and every moment that I'm given, and really spend time with my family and be so thankful for it, you know. It's so funny, like, you know, it took me so many years to feel comfortable with my in-laws. I know that's stupid, but that's my own stupid social anxiety, you know. It's not stupid social anxiety, but it's my own social anxiety that makes me recede into the background and kind of sit in the corner. And, you know, I'll sit there at the table and whatever, but I don't participate a lot, or I didn't participate a lot, you know. And I came in today, and, like, Alex's mom had the music on, and I, like, took her by the arms, and I was, like, dancing around. She got laughing so hard, because she was like, faster, faster, and I was, like, spinning her around the room. She got laughing so hard. And, you know, it's just like, when I saw Maya the other day, I picked her up and tossed her around the room, and, you know, it's just like, I feel like I really participate with the people in my life today, and I'm really happy about that, because I feel like I missed out for a long time. You know, I always held back, I always pulled back, instead of just really enjoying the moments that I had with everybody, and just really enjoying, I mean, you don't know how long you're gonna have with somebody, you know, and yeah, I've really started appreciating each and every moment that I've been given. I mean, not every moment of my life, you know, but, like, things have really slowed down for me, and I've really tried to enjoy living in the present and the small stuff, you know. It's like my friend said to me last, you know, night when I was talking to her, and she said, what makes you happy? And I was like, people, you know, my dogs. My front porch, this is so corny, but my front porch makes me so happy. I mean, ridiculously happy. You know, I've gotten so used to walking up to that front porch and seeing the Christmas lights. And, like, today when we were, like, leaving to go drive around and, like, get some stuff done, Alex, like, went to go turn the lights off, and I said, leave the lights on. He goes, you can't see them during the day anyway. I said, yes, you can. They look like icicles on there. I said, we only have, like, 2 days left of Christmas anyway. I mean, I'll leave them up through the New Year's and stuff like that, but I probably won't leave them up there much longer after that. I don't know why I would, you know. And I want to take the pillow covers off and stuff and save them so they're real nice for next year, so I can use them again next year. And I'm sure I'll think of excuses to have to buy new pillowcases next year. But it makes me so happy, and this summer with the plants and stuff, it made me so happy, you know, to see all the beautiful flowers and plants out there and stuff like that. And let's see what, okay, so we've got January, February, March, April, May. We've got 5 months till the pool opens. No, this is where I just said I live in the future, or I live in the present, but I'm planning out the future. 5 months ago was December, November, October, September, and August. I mean, August seems like it was a long time away, so we've got a long time to go. And I really do hope that we get some snow this year. Like, I really want to enjoy, like, I don't know, maybe, you know, a couple good snow days this year. They're fun to, like, have to throw on your coat and boot, you know. Even though we complain about it, it's fun. We hardly get very many days at all. But I was thinking about this tonight. I was like, if it was 30 degrees, because it rained tonight, and I was like, if it was 30 degrees colder, we would be having snow right now. So, if you're watching this and you had snow for Christmas Eve, put it in the comment section below. Put a snowflake or something emoji. Is there a snowflake emoji? I think there is. And I just know that I was very jealous of you because I wanted snow for Christmas Eve and I didn't get it. But you know what? It was actually kind of nicer that it wasn't, because like when Alex and I were like driving around doing stuff today, it was so nice outside. It was windy, but it was like, and it's windy right now. Well, kind of, not super windy, but it was nice, you know, and it was nice to drive around, and we both made coffee and had coffee in the car, and it was, I know that sounds corny, but it was fun, you know. And Alex, I made the bed. I just pulled up the comforters, but then Alex made the bed really, really nice. And so I came upstairs and the Christmas tree was turned on, and I think I may have plugged that in, but he had made, like, put all the pillows on there, and he was like, he had taken a shower and he was laying on the bed. I think I put the picture on Instagram, and he was like laying on the bed in this onesie, and Boo Radley was sleeping on my pillow, and Tucker was sleeping at the end of the bed. And I was like, you know, this is my family. I love my family so much. You know, Alex and I were listening to something the other day, and it got me thinking about, we have a friend of ours who her dog passed away recently. And like us, there are a couple that chose not to have kids, and their dogs are like their kids. This is such a, like, a swing conversation. Like, I'm totally going in another direction now all of a sudden, but Alex and I have been talking a lot about PP because we're coming up on the 2 years, you know, since PP has been gone. And it's 2 years next week. And we were talking about how, you know, it's so interesting, like, for those of us that don't have kids, and I'm not saying that dogs are exactly like kids, because they're not, but the emotional attachment that we have to pets, especially when we choose not to have children, are like, often, I think a lot of people know this, our pets are like our children, cats, dogs, and whatever, you know. It's like, when people say, like, fur babies, and they're joking about, you know, like, oh, like, yeah, my dogs are my kids and stuff like that, but, like, our dogs are really like our kids. Like, I mean, our lives revolve a lot around our dogs and stuff like that, you know. And we were talking about, isn't it weird that, I mean, this isn't happening anytime soon, but isn't it weird that if you lose your dog, like, you know, you don't get any, like, bereavement time at work or whatever, and I was so shut down when PP died. Like, that was, I mean, I just could not be on video. I couldn't, you know, sit there. There was no way I could have flipped a fan and talked about a bunch of drama that I just honestly, in that moment, did not care about. If I had done a Peterisms video every day, they would have been about me crying. which is fine, but, you know, my vlog would have been about, I just needed time to heal. I needed time to heal, you know. I know that a week off for most people because you lose a pet is not real. It stopped. I don't know when it stopped. I don't know how long it stopped for. So, you guys, I thought I put the brand new battery in here. And, maybe the new battery is the one that I have in my bag. Hold on a second. No. I thought I put the new battery in, and it's already at the halfway mark. But what I was talking about was that when PP died, like, and we were trying to figure out if we were still going to go on the trip to Mexico or not, Alex was like, I'll never forget, he like looked at me and he was like, I can't be here. And I was like, okay. He goes, no, I can't be here. Like, I can't be here. Like, he was like sobbing. And, like coming back, I'll tell you what was hard was coming back. And when Alex went to work, and it was just me with Boo and Tucker, and I just was not used to that, you know, because PP just sat by me like every day when I made videos. Not so much towards the end because he just was so lethargic the last like month or two. But, and I can remember I would go upstairs, because usually I go upstairs. Isn't it so funny, the words that the dogs learn? I mean, I think PP really understood when I think to some degree, like, I don't think he understood it was like we were filming a video, but I think he understood we were doing something in that chair, like sitting next to me in a chair. Like, I think he knew that, like, that was something that we did together. I don't know what he thought, but, because, like, he would sit, like, I go, okay, come on, PP, and he would sit right next to me and, you know, just sit up. So he just loved it, sitting there in that chair, and I would, you know, pick him up and hold him and everything, and then I would talk to him, like, you know, Boo and Tucker would, like, run around the house, and I would be talking to PP, and I'd be like, PP, your little brothers are acting crazy today, you know, and I'd say, okay, PP, you ready to make another video? And PP and I would make another video, and, you know, that last 2 months, I would go upstairs, and he just was so tired, he just slept all the time. And I'd go up there to the bedroom and I'd say, PP, you want to come downstairs and make a video, buddy? And he'd just kind of pop up his head from the bed. And I'd say, come on, buddy, you want to make a video? And back in the day, he just like, I mean, he was out of that bed in just 2 seconds flat. You know, he's like jumping down from the bed and running down the stairs and right into that. I mean, I would say video and he would be in that chair. And he just didn't want to. It broke my heart because I knew things weren't good. I'm really thankful that I was in a position that I could take some time off and just disconnect. I think it really allowed us to process PP as well, and just, you know, we talked and shared videos and pictures and just talked about how much he meant to us, and, you know, and I can remember being there and Alex would go to, like, he would be watching a show or going to sleep, and I would sit out on the patio at our hotel, and we were both watching different, like, TV series and movies and stuff, you know, but I watched a lot of videos from vets talking about, like, grief of pets, like grieving the loss of pets and bereavement. I can't tell you how many videos I watched about dog psychics, and I know that's crazy, but I did, talking about what dogs do on the other side, and, you know, in all honesty, it really helped me. It really helped me. Hearing people talk about having lost their pets and just watching their videos, and like for the first time, like I always enjoyed YouTube, but like when I would get messages from people that would be like, you've like really helped me through this time or whatever, like I sometimes didn't really understand it. Like I'd be like, okay, I think it's really sweet, but am I just distracting them by, you know, they're watching my videos, so I'm just distracting them from what's going on? And then we were going through that, and I was watching those videos, and they were so helpful to me, you know. they really made me not feel alone. And like hearing other people's stories and being like, oh God, yes, like I so relate to this, you know? And it was so helpful to me. And I remember this one thing that I heard Yvette say that I had really never conceptualized before, you know? And I've talked about this on here before, but it really helped me understand like grieving the loss of a pet. And this one vet, I can see her in my head. She like shortish blonde hair, I think. And she was like, you know, she was like, we don't want to lose pets because we want them to live forever, right? But our pets are in pain. And we don't want them to be in pain. And a pet doesn't, like a dog, like as far as we know, right, doesn't have any concept of death. Like a dog doesn't understand, like, I'm not going to be here anymore, as far as we know. What they understand is, I don't want to hurt anymore. Like, they just don't want to be in pain anymore, you know? I can remember, like, one of the hardest things for us, and, I mean, for any dog, Boo Radley is actually, it's interesting because, like, if he is, like, not feeling good, or if something's wrong, like, Boo Radley will cry out. So we can tell that something's not wrong with him. But he's a pretty resilient dog. Like, he, out of all three of them, hasn't really gotten sick much or had anything that we've had to, like, I mean, there have been things that we've had to take him in for, but not tons. And, to the vet. Tucker's had a few things. I remember, well, one of the worst things that ever happened with PP was that he got bit by a spider. And I came home, I had been gone, and I came home, and PP was like standing in the corner of the room or something. I can't remember, maybe he was on the bed and then he jumped down, but he was like standing in the corner of the room. He wouldn't look at me. And he was just like hunched over, which what we learned over time was like whenever PP was in pain, that's what he would do. He would like go to the corner of he would just kind of walk real slow to the corner of the room, and he would just stand, like he wouldn't move, he wouldn't like, if you picked him up and you put him on the bed, he'd jump down and go to the corner of the room. He'd just stand there. And like he didn't really know how to express his pain, and that's like one of the hardest things I think with dogs. Cats, whatever, I'm sure it's the same. I've never had a cat, so I don't know, but like dogs, I'll just speak to dogs. One of the hardest things with dogs is that you don't know when they're in pain. You don't know the level of their pain. You don't know most of the time, you don't know what's causing it. They can't say, well, my tooth hurts or this or whatever, you know? And, so I can remember he had like this little bump on his face, like underneath his eye. It was like this little bump, like the size of like half a dime or something. And maybe a little bit bigger than that. I was like, what is that, PP? Of course, I mean, he's not telling me, right? He's just like standing there like this. And so I went downstairs, and I think I texted Alex, and I was like, it was like an hour before he was gonna come home. And like he was getting off work and he was gonna be home in an hour. And I was like, there's something on PP's face and I don't know what it is. And Alex is like, well, I'll be home in just a little bit and I'll see. And then, where's my lip balm? You guys, I like dumped over my bag on the front porch the other day. And I have like this little thing of cologne in there. This little bottle I carry with me in case I need cologne. And I found it behind like the pine tree evergreen thing today. A battery of mine was like slid under. I mean, it was like all this stuff fell out all over my front porch, and half of it's probably still sitting underneath the chair. But anyway, I went downstairs. I can't remember what I did. And then I like texted Alex. And I was like, something's wrong with PP. And, so he was like, okay, I'll be home in just a second. He like left early or something. And by the time that Alex came home, I mean to tell you that that thing was like the size of half a pee-pee's head. It had swollen up so bad. Alex freaked out. I said, take him to the car. We're going to the emergency vet now. And it was like later, I think, in the evening. I think Alex got off late that night or something like that. So we went to the emergency vet. And I can't remember why, but I had like one credit card with me. I think I only ever kept like one credit card with me. It was like an emergency thing. And it was like, so anyway, I had this credit card with me, and I remember we took him to the vet, and the vet was rude as hell at this emergency vet. I don't like this emergency vet, and I have found other ones that I have heard better things about, because I don't ever want to have to take a dog to this vet again. Oh my God, this battery is dying, you guys, at like, what, 40 minutes? I'll pull in here and change this battery. But anyway, we went in there. I wish Alex was here so we could say exactly what she said, because it pissed me off so bad. So we're in this vet's office, right? Here, let me pull in here and change this battery. Right here by Joella's Chicken in Broad Ripple. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. So we went to this vet, and Alex is like panic mode. And so I'm filling out all the paperwork, and I'm doing all this kind of stuff. And so we go back into the room, and so she's like, well, I think it's an allergic reaction to some kind of bite, like a spider or something. And she was like, we need to do this, we need to do that, blah, 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 whatever, but you have to pay for these, basically you have to pay for these treatments first before we administer anything. And I said something to her, I honestly, I wish Alex was here because I cannot remember how this went. But I said, well, do you know how much that'll be or something? And she goes, I'm not in the business how did she say it? She said, I'm not in the business to deal with money or something like that. I can't remember what she said. And I looked at her and I said, well, I'm just hoping that my credit card goes through, so I just want to make sure that you get paid before, you know, whatever. Or no, she said something about like, I don't know, she was really nasty to me about the question that I asked though. And so she sent me out, I paid for it and everything like that, and then PP got treated and it was fine. Like they gave him like, you know, like an antibiotic or something. And it like, I mean, it literally, you guys, like it went away like right away. I think they gave him a shot like right into his face. I mean, it went away like, it went right away like within a couple of minutes. And then he was like scared to death because he didn't know what it was, you know? And, okay, I went in and told this whole story about this other vet situation, but I'm not going to tell that story because it just is whatever. Needless to say, we have a vet that we had a vet then, but like, this was like the vet was closed. Our vet now has a 24-hour on-call person, like a vet that you can get a hold of 24 hours a day. So if anything ever happens, we can get in touch with a vet 24 hours a day, which makes me so thankful. I love those little guys so much. They make my life just unbelievable. They're so funny. I ordered them these things for Christmas. I think I may have talked about it on here. Okay, so I ordered them. They're like these stuffed animals for dogs. And I got Tucker one that's like a lamb. Oh, I think I was gonna order them on here one night, actually, because I wanted the big lamb chop. Okay, so it's like this thing, but then it has like this little like heart that you put inside. It's like battery operated, and it's like, it beats like a heart, right? So that when, like, it helps them with separation anxiety. They're specifically made for dogs. And then I got Boo Radley one that's a dog that has one in there. Well, the lamb one came, and so I just figured maybe they sent them on separate days or whatever. So I got on Amazon tonight, and and it said that it had been delivered on the 21st. So I was like, Alex, I don't understand what I'm like. How do I message them and say that I didn't receive this? And so he pushed it to this picture, or he pushed it to this thing, and it showed the picture of where they like took the picture of leaving it by the door. And he goes, did you not see it in the box? I go, no, there was only one stuffed animal in the box, and then it came with a box that has the heart thing inside of it. So it was the stuffed animal and then this other box. There was not two of them. And he goes, oh. And so there's literally no way to I don't know how to do this. If you guys know how to do this on Amazon, let me know. But there was no way. I feel like on there before, like I've contacted the seller or whoever and said like, or Amazon or whatever, and said I didn't get my item. And there was a place to do it where I said I didn't get my item. Or you checked like I was happy with the situation. I was not happy with my delivery. I was happy with my delivery. I was not happy with my delivery. And I checked, I was not happy with my delivery. And then it said something about like, it gave you all these options. Like I got the wrong thing. I didn't get the item or whatever. And I checked that I didn't get the item. But like there was nowhere else to sit there and say I got one and not the other. There wasn't like an area where you could type in a message or anything. So, and then it gave me this like template response that said, usually things are delivered within 2 days. And I was like, well, it was supposed to be here on the 21st and you said you delivered it, and it's the 24th, almost the 25th, and it's still not here. And listen, I know that delivery stuff is really slow right now. I'm totally patient for that, but it said it was delivered already. So now I'm worried, and it was like $30, which is, you know, whatever, but it's $30. And so I was like, I wonder what happened. Alex's friend ordered a bunch of stuff, and she actually ordered some, well, the only thing he told us about was that she ordered these, like, at-home COVID tests, and that somebody stole it off of her doorstep, and she saw him, like, on the like, she got it recorded on the camera of him, like, 'cause she had those cameras, you know. And so I guess that's a big thing right now, is that people are stealing stuff off of people's patios. Our neighbors are always outside. They'd see if that happened. I'm like, Alex was like, I want those cameras. I'm like, we have one sitting in the garage if you want to set it up. So we already have one. That's sad though, don't you think? People steal that stuff. Steal stuff off. I've heard that a lot this year. That people are stealing packages off of people. I mean, I've heard it for a long time, but I feel like this year I've heard a lot of people say that people are stealing packages off of people's front porches. That's so horrible. Why would you do that to somebody? My dad used to always say about stuff like that, well, if they steal it, they probably need it a lot worse than I do. So let them have it. That's what my dad used to say about stuff like that. I'd be like, okay. But I miss little Pee-Pee a lot. Little guy gave the best kisses. I'd wrap him up in a little blanket and he'd look up at me. When I come home from vlogging, like, Boo Radley doesn't really like he'll go right back to bed. Like, I'll take them outside when I get home, and then like I walk them back upstairs when we get into bed. And but like Tucker will like sit there on the bed like this with his head up and like look at me, and like, so I'll talk to him. And Pee-Pee used to do that too. So it used to be Pee-Pee and Tucker side by side, like just looking at me, and then I would like whisper stories to them. I think they just like the sound of my voice whispering or something. And but Boo Radley doesn't stay up, you know, he just like curls in between the pillows. But I used to call it having a sleepover, and I would say to I would say to Tucker and Pee-Pee, I'd say, you guys want to have a sleepover? I'd go, okay, we're gonna have a sleepover. And I'd say, because Alex is asleep, you know, so I'd say, okay, I'm gonna tell you guys a story.
once upon a time, there were these two little boys. They were very, very good, and their names were Boo Radley and Tucker. Okay. And then they had an older brother, and he was really, really good, and his name was Pee-Pee. And he took such good care, and they would just sit there the whole time like this and look at me. It was the sweetest thing. And I'd say, he was the best boy in the whole wide world. And then Pee-Pee would like lick my face when I would say stuff like that. And then I would say, and one time, this is like the story that I always tell. I always tell the story about the deers. And I would say, one time, they got outside, and it was late at night, and they were trying to come back home after going outside to do potty, and they got real lost. And all of a sudden, Pee-Pee and Boo and Tucker were in the woods, and they didn't know where they were. And so then Boo Radley is friends with all the deer. So he said, come on. And so they went and they found the deer in the woods. And the deer said, you can come and sleep with us tonight. And so they went to where the deer had nests in the woods, and they had it all protected, this area in the woods. And that's where the deer lived. And they made squirrel stew with carrots and all kinds of stuff in there. Oh, don't let me forget to tell you about my dinner that I made for my disaster of a homemade dog dinner that I made tonight. And I'd say, and they would have squirrel stew. I always say squirrel stew because it's Smoky Mountain Christmas. They'd have, and in my story, it was always snowing like horribly outside, like blizzard conditions. And they would have squirrel stew, and they would have corn muffins with jelly on it and lots of butter. And then afterwards, they'd sit around the fire with the deer, and the deer would tell them all about their adventures. And then the deer would make Boo and Tucker and Pee-Pee beds out of sticks and leaves. And it was the softest bed you've ever slept on in your whole life. And then in the morning, real early in the morning before the sun came up, the deer would walk Boo and Pee-Pee and Tucker back to their house. And they would sneak inside, and they would be in bed before their dads woke up. And their dads wouldn't know that they had gone anywhere, and they had been on this long adventure into the woods with the deers. And they just look at me the whole time like this. It was so sweet. So this year, I wanted to make, did I talk about this last night? I wanted to make this special Christmas dinner for the dogs for Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. So, I got rice and I got chicken. I got green beans and I got sweet potatoes. I got peas and I got carrots. And then I got beef broth. So, Alex made the rice in the crock pot, like he always does. Whenever we make them chicken and rice, he puts it in the crock pot. And then on top, he steamed the chicken. I cut up, I drained the peas, put them in, they were like canned vegetables. I drained the peas and I put them in like one container. Did the same thing with the carrots, same thing with the sweet potatoes, same thing with the green beans. Then I cut the green beans, carrots, and yams, sweet potatoes up like small, like mashed up, right? And then when everything was done, I mixed it all up into the crock pot together, okay? It was so funny because I had it sitting on a plate in the kitchen because neither of the dogs ate it. I don't know why. And it became kind of like this like pate kind of like deal. It was like the chicken was like mixed in. I mean, it was like very like that kind of, it was like, you couldn't really differentiate the pieces of chicken in there from everything else. Anyway, I thought it looked good, and Alex was like, that actually looks good for me to eat. And I was like, well, you could eat it, because it's all just, basic human stuff. And so, I was so excited about it, you guys. I was like, these dogs are going to eat this up. Man, I put that down on the ground. I think they are so trained to not eat human food. It was so funny because while I was cooking it, I gave them each a little carrot, like a real soft carrot,
because they were like, you know, canned ones that are already soft. And they got so excited about it, and then they like carried it into the other room, and then they came back like they wanted more. So I gave them each a green bean, and they did this, like they walked out of the room like real quick. They were real excited about it. And I was like, I told Alex, I said, oh my God, they like it. They like the green beans and the carrots. I got so excited about it. Well, I walked out of the room to go check some videos I was probably my vlog that I was uploading or something. And those green beans and carrots were sitting on the staircase. They hadn't even eaten those. Boo Radley was looking at that carrot. He didn't want anything to do with that carrot. He thought it was stupid. So then I made this dinner. I was so excited about it, you guys. I told Alex, I said, don't put the vegetables and stuff in. I want to do it all. He goes, okay, I'll let you do all of it. So, excuse me, I was so excited about this dog food that I had made. And you know, everybody else that I know, I have so many friends of mine that make homemade dog food, and their dogs love it, right? And Alex is like, well, maybe it'll just take them time to get used to it. First, he said, maybe it's too hot for them because it just came out of the crock pot. I said, no, it's been sitting on the counter for a good 10 minutes, 5 or 10 minutes, because I let it cool down, and I touched it with my finger, and it was totally fine. So, it wasn't even, like, really warm at that point. Hardly. It was like, you know, just room temperature. So I put it down for them to eat. Boo Radley snubbed his nose at it. He didn't eat any of it. Tucker ate about, I would say, like maybe a fifth or a sixth of it, and I'm being generous by saying that. Maybe an eighth of it. And he snubbed his nose at it. So then I'm like, okay. And Tucker will eat anything. Like, I mean, we are so, like, they're kind of weird about, like, human food, though. Like, dog food-wise, Tucker will eat anything. If it comes from a can, like dog food, we put it down, Tucker will eat it. But like, Boo Radley is really picky. So, like, he's been really, really picky lately. So, I don't know what it is. I don't know if maybe I need to switch up Boo Radley's food, because we've been giving him like the chicken flavor pate, and we need to give him like, I don't know, the beef flavored pate or turkey or something. I don't know, maybe we just need to switch up the flavor or something because he doesn't like the flavor. I have no idea. So, I put it down, and they didn't want any of it. And yes, I was disappointed. I was very disappointed. But at the same time, I was like, I want my dogs to eat, you know, on Christmas. The thing that made me the most upset about it was that if I had bought more chicken and rice, well, Alex could have made more rice, but we had no chicken. I would have just made chicken and rice and just put up the cut up chicken on top of the rice, and they would have eaten it because they love chicken and rice. But I think it was because it was all mashed together and stuff that they didn't really know what was going on, and they were confused by it or something because they didn't want to eat any of it. But this is the thing, is that we never give them human food, like literally never give them human food. That when we do, like even if we give them a treat that's a little bit more unique, dare I say exotic and unique, or just different, you know, than most of the treats that we give them, they won't eat it because they don't really know what it is, and so they'll like just like take it and kind of like, if you watch my bark box reviews that I do, you'll see what I'm talking about. They're just very apprehensive about Tucker, not so much as Boo, but they still both are. Tucker still is too. Apprehensive about trying things that they haven't had before. They're just used to having the same food. They've had the same food for probably 4 or 5 years now at this point, right? Every single day. So then I felt bad. So I took the food up, got their canned food out. Tucker ate it up like nobody's business. It was like gone like that. Boo Radley ate, literally, I don't know what is going on with him. He doesn't like really want to eat his food anymore. And I think part of it is like when Alex is there, he just wants to be with Alex. Like I said this the other night. And so like he eats a little bit of it, and then he runs upstairs and he gets into bed with Alex. So tonight when we came home right now, I was like putting some stuff away, and I was like, I had those pajama pants on. Did I say that I had pajama pants on earlier? Yeah. Plaid pajama pants. Well, they were like joggers that I got. Red tartan plaid joggers that I got from, pajama joggers that I got from Abercrombie. They're real cute. But, so Alex like took them out, and then I said, after you take them out, can you see if you can get Boo Radley to eat some of his food? So, Alex gave a little bit of Boo Radley's food to Tucker and then put the rest of the plate down in his crate. And apparently Boo Radley ate the whole thing up because Alex went down there and he said, I shouted down to him. I said, did he eat any of it? And he goes, yeah, I ate the whole thing. He's like, good boy, good boy. I'm like, well, he won't do that for me. But I'm glad he's eating something, you know, and I don't care if it's late at night or whatever, but I just don't want him to get on this, like, weird schedule of eating. But I wanted to get them something special for Christmas, and so it made me kind of sad, but, I mean, they don't really know the difference, you know what I'm saying? They don't really care. I mean, honestly, we know that it doesn't make a difference to them, right? So, but it made me sad because I wanted them to have such a nice dinner for Christmas. And I worked so hard on that dinner. I was so excited about it. Alex is like, now what recipe is this? I said, this is a made-up recipe. I said, I look to see what they can have, what vegetables and stuff they can have. These are the things they can have. He goes, but there are recipes. I said, yes, I found several recipes. This is kind of a basic recipe that I just kind of went off of, that everybody else has made stuff from, so. The thing is, it looks super healthy. That was the other thing. Alex is so sweet. He's like, babe, don't get disappointed. He's like, maybe they just have to get used to it. I go, by what? Not eating for 3 days? Like, I'm not going to force my dog to eat something that it doesn't want to eat. You know what I mean? Like, I'd rather that they have food that they want to eat instead of, like, nothing. So, talked to my dad for a long time today, and my stepmom, and, they were just hanging around the house. And my stepmom made, like, dinner reservations for us to go and have Christmas. I mean, not tomorrow, but, like, soon. She didn't. She was like, I gotta look at the dates. So, my dad was cooking for them tonight. My dad's a good cook. I was like, what are you guys doing? He's like, dinner and movies. Which probably means they were in bed by like 7 or 8. They go to bed really, well, she doesn't go to bed as early as he does, but they both go to bed pretty early. And, so yeah. Who else did I talk to? I texted a bunch of people today. I was like, I want to text the people. And I know as soon as I say this, I'll think of like 10 more people, but I was like, I want to text the people that really affected my life in a positive way this year and thank them and wish them a Merry Christmas. Let them know how much they mean to me. So I did. It was nice talk. I was like texting with some people that I hadn't talked to in a long time, which was nice. I was going to start this Christmas audiobook last night about the guy that works in the hospital. It's called like Holiday Shift, I think, or something like that. It's only like 2 hours long on Audible. But I was like, you know what? I want to get excited to listen to an audiobook again, so I think I'm going to take a break until Sunday. Well, maybe tomorrow night I'll listen to an audiobook because I really, really, really want to start the Misfortune book. But I was like, I'm going to take a break until that will be basically Sunday. I was like, I want to take a break until like Sunday. I said I was going to only vlog for like a half an hour, and it ended up, it's been like an hour now. But I was like, I think I'm going to take a break until Sunday and then listen to an audiobook on Sunday. I'm really happy I got to watch the movies that I did this year. I was like, I feel complete. I feel like there's not like really any movies that I wanted to see that I didn't get to see. Even if I just watched like half of a movie, you know, like I'm still like happy with that. So speaking of which though, I want to get home and I want to, God, it's almost 5 o'clock in the morning. I want to get home and I want to finish Christmas Chronicles 2 and get some sleep so that I can, over here, I just have to tell you, I'm like getting ready to pass Richie Woods, and it's right past Richie Woods because I used to always see deer out there. That is where here when I pass here in a second, if you can see it, I'll show you. That's where I always imagine because Tanya and I always see deer out here. Either like they usually like are crossing the street, but that is where I always imagine Boo Radley and Tucker and Pee-Pee would go and stay with the deer. So if you can see, here is the field of Richie Woods right here. I know you can't really see it, but then coming up here, if you can see in the very distance over there is the woods. And then up here is where the woods meets the road right here. Do you see? And then it goes all the way to the back. And that's where the deer live. That's where the deer live. And that's where I imagine that Boo Radley and Tucker and Pee-Pee would go and stay in the woods with the deers. So, well, I'm gonna get off here now and listen. I'm not gonna listen to my audiobook. I'm gonna go home and I'm gonna watch Christmas Chronicles 2 and I'm gonna crawl into bed. Oh, this Christmas tree right here in this house is flashing multicolored lights. It's so pretty. I love Christmas. This has been a good Christmas. And I wanna thank all of you for being on the ride with me for Christmas this year and tolerating my cozy Christmas. It's been fun. It's been really fun, and to many more Christmases, right? And I hope that you guys are having a magically amazing Christmas, and I hope that you are just having the best time ever with your friends and family, if you are able to do that. And if you're alone at home this year, I hope you're getting to do something that makes you happy and enjoying some time by yourself and learning to maybe appreciate some time by yourself. I love spending time by myself too. I know it's hard on the holidays, but if you are alone this year, I'm sending you some prayers and positivity. And just know, you got your good Judy right here. And I love you guys so much. If nobody else has told you this today, I love you. And I hope that you guys are having a magically amazing Saturday. If you celebrate Christmas, I hope that you're having, oh, they're all silver and gold over here lights. And if you celebrate Christmas, I hope that you're having a magically amazing Christmas. I love you guys so much, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye. Love ya. Oh, and for those that need to hear it, and those that want to hear it, and those that just happen to stick around, one more I love you. I love you guys, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye. Merry Christmas. Love ya. Oh, and happy birthday, Lena. Bye. Love ya.